Hello again, it's KRBrickBot, and while the new Tobot Tritan was being launched to great fanfare, along the side, Young Toys also decided to release the old Tritan at the same time, relatively, the mini one. That was like one of the last internationally released mini Tobots yet to get an official release in Korea. Except they kinda already did. What I have here is an original shipping box for a Tobot mini Tritan. Because back in 2019, domestic Korea actually did bring in some of the internationally sold mini Tobots. And apparently exactly 5,001 of them. Because, 3 of them in this one box and 1,667 boxes. This was the internationally sold mini Tritan. Authentic Tobot product and an authentic Kia licensed product. Yeah, unfortunately, there really are no Korean import stickers on this thing, oddly enough. Yeah, there's the original Korean address there, but yeah, but this is official Young Toys thing. I bought way back in 2019, but didn't have any incentive to review it back then. And then for no good reason, I bought the one being currently sold in Korea. Looks almost identical at first glance, but there is the printed Korean Tritan name on here. And a slightly tweaked logo there, so... yeah, so this is like the first mainline time mini Tritan is being sold in Korea. Native Korean, it took that long to get it officially released. This was kind of an online-only thing. They look pretty identical, but yeah, if you see one big difference... Kia, then no Kia. That also goes for the car badges here. Yep, sadly, we have reached unfortunate news that Tobot's partnership with Kia has officially ended, and this is the confirmation of proof. Rest in peace, Tobot X Kia, for a whole 13 years since 2010. They sure lasted much longer than Hello KRBrickBot X Hyundai, who currently legally has absolutely no relationship to Sonicon right now. Yeah, so besides the toy not sporting the printed Kia logo here, which would usually be stickers on bigger toys, are there any other differences? Tobot without the trademark symbol, oddly enough, and the bigger Young Toys logo. But they are both English. Yep, there's Ryan's Tobot X because the arms, and then the Tritan's legs, and the Tritan's body. Most powerful 3-pot integration. That is still a level 1 difficulty. And it's pretty similar here. The Young Toys logo here in place of the Korean name here. Okay, on the bottom, yeah, there's actually some more substantial regular Korean product information. July of 2023. So that was that recent. Maybe it's a bit sad the original mini Tritan couldn't get out fast enough before the license expires. So besides the logo, I'm pretty sure these are just identical. So I'm just gonna be cracking open the one I already did here for now. So here are the mini trio in their tiny mini licensed Kia glory. Yeah, just imagine a total gray plain swap in place of the Kia logos, and you have the regular, totally not Kia Tritan. Yeah, but these are the same squished proportions as the original, Tobots, although the Sportage Z is looking the least squished. And I think this is sadly, the only small representation of Z, the original Z, because nobody's bootlegging the original Big Old Z toy. So these do come at about 132 or 133 scale, maybe just one increment smaller for the width. Compared to whatever the scale the original Tritan toys were. Yeah, these are just all used. Bought from thrift stores. Missing stickers. One car at a time. Yeah, that's annoying or challenging or maybe fun to buy one piece of Tritan at a time in thrift stores. Yeah, so that's how the cars compare. And of course, the clear parts have been switched out for the painted baby blue. And yes, this chrome gold is looking awfully silvery. And yeah, quality of stickers vary. And then yeah, no... Well yeah, I guess the original Triton could afford the clear plastic tail lights, but not the other two. They had to rely on stickers. For Mini Z's torso transformation, it is significantly simpler than the big Triton. You just pull the head out with the fixed antenna with no need to flip them out. Figure out how to unlatch the side doors. Yeah, just flip them over like this. Flip them over. These are intentionally detachable, so just full torso down, lock that plate in, and that's the torso. So let's compare that to the original Triton Z. Yeah, so of course this thing is going to be more intricate. Yeah, this also kind of flips over 180, and with these additional folding panels to clean that up. Really interesting torso, like folding and also pulling out of the central chest. And then you fold down, fold up, click in. Oh yeah, there's a little panel that flips out the Triton head with the new ears. And then yeah, just this butt flaps to kind of loosely hang out in the back like that. And these little male stubs that are kind of tight. Yeah, but man fingers can move that. But for little kids, they actually give you a little tool to actually wrench that thing, which is easily lost because that thing doesn't look like a toy. Yeah, so maybe a bit problematic if you have to have an extra tool for the kids to move that thing. Oh yeah, this joint does have like 2 opening hinges. And then yeah, I guess more intricate slider joints. Yeah, just a big visible slider joint. Kind of a bit spring-loaded plate there. Nice, rowdy, springy. Kind of loosened leg hip ratchets over the years, and also additional windscreen fold down, I guess just to kind of slightly fill that up. And then Mini Axe is quite different because he completely splits in the middle. Hinge joint out. Hinge, hinge. Yeah, unlike the original Axe, where this does stay all together, and yeah, the entire car center front just forms the entire back of this thing, so it all stays in one piece. And quite intricate armatures, you have to turn the right way, which they can go in either way. Yeah, and then yeah, there's like a double bicep there. And like extra flip out panel for the little hand. Mini combination goes for simple clicking of the legs. And simple sliding of the shoulder joints right onto the already filled torso. The OG Triton's legs just kind of slid in, click in, slide in, click in. And then the torso block just kind of fills up that gap there. Comparing this simplified Mini Triton with the OG Triton, there is some proportional wonkiness. Yeah, I guess the main thing is the chest, which is, of course it doesn't splay out, it's just all one solid piece. But I think more than that is the arms. I think the arms look a little bigger on this Mini Triton than the bigger Triton. I don't know if because they made it longer because it's simplified, or because of the... Maybe the legs are also shorter, maybe these upper thighs are also shorter, that kind of makes it look a little big-armed. Also, yeah, those arms are very simplified, where, yeah, I did show you that it's just halves of the car on the inside of the arms. That looks very unsightly. If they were on the outside, that would look better, but they're not. They are on the inside just by toy design and not by intentional design like the Athlon Champion. So yeah, that's a bit annoying. I did try to disassemble this and swap the fist to see how that would look, so I could just take them off of here and just swap them on the other side, which looks a bit better. But then the car hat will be backwards. Yeah, but yeah, so that's one big caveat of the simplifying. Just sometimes it doesn't look as good. The key slot on the toe key knees did give a little pop of extra silver accents, but that's all been relocated to the back of his legs here. So yeah, I guess his knees are looking a little bare, as with the hollow gaps here, since they can't afford little spring-loaded flaps here. And why the extra silver paint here? That's not part of the original toy design or the show design. Well, it adds a tiny bit more splash of color at least. The back short does give a different statement when you have just a whole back kibble instead of a butt kibble. And also tiny jump jets. Those are really feel like they're just extra add-ons, while these were just more integrated. And since this thing has no white plastic, it's all painted with beige. This torso is painted with beige, as with the head, the entire head. That's a pretty matte paint, so there might be a risk of kids scratching it off. For the articulation, nothing at the head and nothing at the shoulders. It's those accursed square locking shoulders, because that's easy to slide out. No extra hinges for rotating forward. Just a very obtuse elbow bend for transformation, and then bicep swivel, transformational bicep swivel, so he can do this at least. A nice soft ratchety outward spread, almost 90 out. He's gonna gotta bow down on those really soft ratchet knees, those hips. Nice clicky knees though, and then the back that much and then forward that much. No outwards because of how this thing always transformed, and that kibble really does get in the way of the backward movement. Unless you kind of sway it out like that, which the original Tritan didn't have much issue with. This bit gets in the way. Then yeah, it has bicep swivels, double elbow bend for transformation, head swivel. And this thing never had a shoulder swivel because of how this thing was armatured. Supposedly, this is in better scale with the 32 cars or Voyager Transformers. This is more like a small leader class. And it obviously doesn't scale with the Mini Titan, which is the same height because they're the same box size and box height, just constrained to a price point. I guess this thing is fine. It's just a fine, miniature, affordable version of the classic Tritan design. Although, I still have my misgivings for the overly simplified arms that are literally two halves of a car. And then the back cable could be cleared up better. It could be managed better on the simplification. I don't know, maybe just extra hinge to double fold that in. Otherwise, it functions very much the same like the original Tritan with its limited articulation at all. And inherent to both designs is always weird with the boat slipper feet, which I guess they do hold a standing pose. But when you try to pose them, they kind of poses problems. Especially without any outward movement, so they're not very good for posing. So I guess if you're feeling nostalgic for this Tritan design, then yeah, this is a good pick up just for the nostalgic feels, even though it's like a miniature version and relatively new in Korea. If you're an unethical cheapskate, there are dozens of bootlegs off of directly this version, just adding some extra features or new colors. So if you want to try those unique things, well. But I am concerned for the future of classic Tobot reissues. Right now, this is fine because besides less printing, these are identical. Deltatron's already been reissued last year that are just generic cars. But what would that entail for future releases? Can they still get away with reissuing these without any changes besides that, since they are technically not one-to-one scale with Kia cars? Or will they have to do what KRBrickBot did and eventually facelift these cars so they don't look like Kia cars? Would they bring over the Limao molds that for some reason, though not officially licensed, some of them resemble Chinese brands of cars? Or will they in a few years' time never ever release any classic Tobots that are Kia again? Sad. If that happens, they might as well reissue some of the more in-demand not Kia Tobots like Terraco, Mach W, Metron. So I guess you should just go out and enjoy the last of the Kia Tobots. Currently on shelves are the Mini Quattron, both the regular and the Mini Magma 6! And Giga 7. Most of them are still plenty in stock, but once they all sell, they're not coming back in that state ever again. So this is both a hello and a goodbye. Hello to an old friend and goodbye to an era that we will not forget. Of course, there's a new Mini Tritan on the way. Will it be better to play with than this one?